Are you aware that Mississippi, one of the largest and most prominent rivers in the United States, is slowly drying up? This isn't just a natural occurrence or a result of a changing climate. There's an even bigger reason behind this phenomenon that is guaranteed to blow your mind. There is currently a drought affecting approximately 60% of the states in the northern Great Plains and the Midwest. Over the course of the past 2 months, precipitation levels have been significantly lower than average along almost the entire length of the Mississippi River, from its source in Minnesota to its terminus in Louisiana. Because of this, the water levels in the river have dropped to levels that are almost at record lows, which has hampered the movement of ships and barges, which is essential for transporting recently harvested agricultural goods such as corn and soybeans further downriver for the purpose of export. Even though climate change is said to be driving up temperatures and increasing the frequency and severity of droughts, a weather expert claims that the most recent drought that has been affecting the central United States is more likely just a short-term weather phenomenon. The absence of rain has had a significant negative impact on business. According to estimates provided by the industry and cited by the government, the river transports more than half of all grain that is exported from the United States. However, the drought has caused a reduction in the flow of goods of approximately 45%. The costs of shipping goods by rail, an alternative to transporting goods by barge, have also increased. According to Mike Doherty, a senior economist with the Illinois Farm Bureau, it just means lower income, basically. Share your thoughts on this fascinating discovery and the video in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content like this. The upper Mississippi River area is experiencing generally wetter circumstances as a result of climate change. But in the most recent months, lower water levels have exposed portions of the region that are often inaccessible. Tower Rock is a prominent formation located approximately 160 kilometers southeast of St. Louis. Over the course of the past weekend, thousands of tourists walked across a river that is normally submerged to reach Tower Rock. Since 2012, this is the first time that people have been able to make the journey without risking getting wet. Four-wheeler tracks can be seen winding their way across vast swaths of exposed river near the state line between Tennessee and Missouri, where the river is about 0.5 miles wide. Recently, the area got some rain, which came as a welcome relief from the dry weather that had been prevalent. According to Kai Roth of the Lower Mississippi River Prediction Center, it is sort of taking the edge off the agony of the low water, but it is not going to entirely erase it, and he said that the river needs multiple rounds of good, soaking rain. There is a possibility that the barges may go aground and get mired in the muck. The United States Coast Guard said earlier this month that there had been at least 8 incidents of this kind. Some barges do not get mired in the mud even when they contact the bottom. Others need the assistance of salvage businesses to get back on their feet. It is recommended that barges lower their cargoes in order to prevent them from sinking too far into the water. Nevertheless, this will result in a reduction in the amount of products that they are able to transport. Federal authorities have frequent meetings, take into account the depth of the river, and engage in conversation with members of the shipping sector to establish local closures and traffic limits. This helps to guarantee that boats are able to navigate the waterways in a secure manner. When a section of the river is stopped for maintenance, there may be hundreds of barges waiting in line. Eric Carrero, the head of Western Rivers and Waterways for the Coast Guard, described the situation as extremely dynamic, indicating that things are always shifting. According to Mike Steenhoek, executive director of the Soy Transportation Coalition, storage at barge ports is filling up, which prevents new items from flowing in. What do you think about this issue so far? Do let us know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to watch more videos like this. This phenomenon is occurring in certain locations. He compared the introduction of grain into a river transportation infrastructure that was already struggling to the equivalent of attaching a garden hose to a fire hydrant. According to him, the high prices faced by farmers have caused some of them to delay the shipping of their commodities. A significant portion of the river may still be explored by visitors. According to Charles Robertson, president and CEO of American Cruise Lines, which operates 5 cruise ships that can carry 150 to 190 passengers each. Cruise ships are built to withstand the extremes that the river may present. Large engines are used to combat the swift currents that may be present in the spring, and shallow drafts keep the boats moving when there is a drought. Nevertheless, nighttime activities are restricted in order to assist ships in navigating around the newly exposed hazards brought on by the drought. In addition, several landing locations are inaccessible due to the low water level, which has caused the river to dry out along its margins. Since a cruise liner was unable to access a ramp in Vicksburg, Mississippi, where passengers are regularly loaded, the city, with the assistance of the local community, constructed an improvised boardwalk out of gravel and plywood. Some people feel that it increases the sense of adventure. Robertson said that those people are living through the news stories that the majority of the rest of the nation is reading. The state of California is experiencing a protracted drought and has just achieved its driest 3-year span on record. As a result, the state's water resources are under strain, and the danger of wildfires has grown. Temperatures are rising as a direct result of climate change, which is also making droughts more frequent and severe. According to Jen Brady, a data analyst at Climate Central, a nonprofit association of scientists and academics that focuses on climate change, the drier places are going to continue to grow drier, and the wetter areas are going to continue to get wetter. Nevertheless, a meteorologist with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration named Brad Pugh said that the present drought in the Midwest is most likely driven by short-term weather trends, and that he would not relate the drought to climate change. The Midwest is seeing an increase in the severity of some rainstorms as a result of climate change. According to NOAA's research, the intensity of floods along the upper Mississippi River is expanding at a rate that is quicker than any other region in the nation. Some people are concerned that fertilizer and manure have built up on farms and may easily be washed away in a heavy rainstorm, decreasing the amount of oxygen in rivers and streams and posing a hazard to aquatic life. In exceptional circumstances, towns are relocating away from the Mississippi River in order to access other supplies of drinking water. According to NOAA, the drought is also putting drinking water wells in the states of Iowa and Nebraska in danger of drying up. It is not possible to predict how much longer the drought will last. There is a possibility of rain in the immediate future, but the NOAA reports that in the month of November, below-average rainfall is more likely to occur in the central states, such as Missouri. This would make shipping difficulties on the river much worse. There is a possibility that the winter may bring more precipitation to Michigan and other northern states, while southern areas are forecast to get less rain. It's essential that we take action to address this crisis and work towards a sustainable future for all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content.